Welcome to a read along with Dr. Powell and the book Discrete Perspectives in Mathematics. This is subsection 4.2.4. So we've been talking about permutations and cycle notation and compositions. Now let's talk about how we would get an inverse um, permutation with respect to composition, the operation of composition. So not like a multiplicative inverse, like an inverse with respect to multiplication, like taking a reciprocal or something, or an additive inverse, like where we like reverse the sign and add them, so it adds to 0, or reciprocals multiply to 1. Here, two. So here, one permutation and its inverse will compose to get you the identity permutation. What's the identity permutation? The identity permutation is the do nothing permutation. The one, so if you have, for instance, you have 4 things, or even like 5 things here, I guess, then it would just be everything is going back to itself. So it's like in cycle notation, that'd be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like the 1 of multiplication or the 0 of addition, but now this is like the 1 or this is the identity of composition. So if you compose this with anything, it does nothing to it. It's like the do nothing thing. Just like multiplying by 1 does nothing, adding by 0 does nothing, and composing by this does nothing. So, um, an inverse composition would be, or an inverse permutation with respect to composition would be, what do you do to undo a permutation so it just becomes the identity permutation? Right, it's like working backwards. See these arrows right here? Well, kind of so we're going to be reading it this way as we run the permutation, but when we reverse, we're kind of reversing the process, reversing what we're doing. So we kind of have an arrow going this way. In fact, that's pretty much exactly what happens. So let's suppose that we want to take the inverse of 2, 3, 1, 3, 4. Then we just simply go the other way. So if we're going the other way, that means we're going to do 1, 3, 4 backwards, then do 2, 3 backwards. So 1, 3, 4 backwards, right here, 1, 3, 4 backwards first, then we're going to do 2, 3 backwards next after that. Okay, so now how do you do 1, 3, 4 backwards? We'll just reverse the order. So instead of 1 going to 3 going to 4, just go 4 goes to 3 goes to 1. You can write it like this, 4, 3, 1, and then do 3, 2. Then we have the inverse. That's pretty much all it is. You just reverse everything. You reverse the order of the cycles that occur, and you reverse each cycle as well. So you see 2, 3, then 1, 3, 4. So now we have 1, 3, 4, then 2, 3, but 1, 3, 4 is now backwards. So 4, 3, 1, then 3, 2. In that way, we can go ahead and do that. That's just a little description of how we can go about doing inverses in with permutations and cycle notation. Thanks for watching.